Hey yo everybody, it is Voltage and we are here with something a little bit different. Now I haven't really done these ever before. This is an update video. This is an update on VoltageRPGs and what's coming for the channel. Now as you can see, we just hit 600 subscribers. Thank you so much for that. Along with this video, there should be a post also thanking you guys for that. And that is the most important announcement I'm going to be saying. Not the fact that we hit it, but the thank you. I'm very grateful to all of you, and I know you don't all always see the post when I say thank you to you guys. Sometimes in the Discord, I'll leave a little announcement there, or just in a random video, I might say it. So I just want as many people to hear that as possible. But this announcement was actually going to be with the 500 subscriber video. Now, you might see some things up here. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the reason that this came after 600, because it's been about a month I was preparing this. I spent about 4 to 5 weeks getting this stuff ready. And then we hit 600 in that time, which blew my mind, right? So thank you guys for that. I did mention in a few videos, let's just look at the history lately, right? It was probably back, I've been doing daily this year has been the goal. Somewhere in this section, yeah, right around here in this area, I was talking about like announcements coming up. And then what do you know, all these videos later, and we're here. And honestly, I just gotta say, like when I scroll down the channel, I see the variety of content. I'm actually a big fan of that. I know YouTube isn't always the biggest fan of all that. Like maybe I'd be better off if I just focused hardcore Pokemon. Maybe the just Dragon Ball like, but I am RPGs focused, and that's why all the games I play, or most of them, card game, are fighting game, are RPGs. This is a soccer game, but to be fair, they count as RPGs. Now I know I'm losing y'all. I need to get back on the point. So what am I announcing here? The future of VoltageRPGs, right? What are we talking about? I'm only at 600 subscribers. You're not some big YouTuber. You're not quitting or some other crazy announcement, right, Voltage? What are you talking about? We are here to talk about two announcements. One thing I've mentioned a few times, and one thing that you guys mentioned a few times. So the first of those is channel memberships. So since I hit 500, I was able to get channel memberships to be a thing on here. And I mentioned this especially for the Pokerogue fans for so long, that I wanted the channel memberships to be something special. I'm not here to just ask for you guys' money. I don't expect to get a single member, to be honest. But what I did want is something that would be special to you guys, something that would be interesting, something that would be fun for anyone who's crazy enough to do it. I don't know much about memberships, and I've also heard that there's a debate between whether memberships are better to do on YouTube or Patreon. You guys let me know in the comments down below. You probably have more experience than me with this. Let me know whether you'd prefer memberships on YouTube or on Patreon. That's a big preference to me, and I'll probably do a poll with that as well and after this video and see that. But one way or the other, they're going to start, and they will be live by the time this video goes up with all their features added to them. So what are those features? I'm giving you a membership. What are you offering? This is important for the Pokemon players, but it is important for everyone. So let's talk about that, right? First things first, stickers. You see these 4 stickers here. I want to give you guys special emojis that are fun to use. And as such, here they are. So the first one is Pokemon related. You know, Pokemon is a huge part of the channel. That is a little chibi me with the Pokemon stuff decked out. Shout out to my artists. I had questions on my thumbnail artist and all this kind of art. I do have an artist, but they prefer to remain anonymous for the moment until they have an account. I say for the moment, like it hasn't almost been 2 years, but they want to set up full social media and really be able to focus on art before that. I think they're crazy, but any love you have for the art, shout it out to them, to the mysterious ghost. I'm going to give them a makeshift name for my artist to start crediting them, just something so they get the appreciation they deserve, right? But this is one of them. So this is Pokemon Voltage, you know, confident, happy, smiling, a good reaction when things go well. That's what we would like this for, right? Next is this one. This is just the actual, just me in the Voltage fit, quote unquote. That is what we're looking at. I'm going to use this emoji a lot. I think a lot of you will. This emoji to represent the torture that most of these games put me through, you know? Oblivion has been putting me through a lot of it. Elden Ring does all the time. Even Pokerogue a lot of the time, the other Pokemons and the like. So, you know, it is what it is. In this video, card game had its first real rough one. Holy. But anyway, next one. For the Dragon Ball fans, speaking of card game, had to make sure we get a Rage one in there. This is with Super Saiyan for the version of Voltage. This is a callback. If you've seen, let's go back to the playlist. If you have seen the Diamond reviews and the Sparking Zero, as you can see here, this playlist, that's my kind of like Saiyan version of Voltage there for reflecting all the Dragon Ball content. So, of course, that is another big part of this channel, and as such, it needed a emoji to reflect it. So we have the Super Saiyan 1. And then finally, just one with the V. If you just want to slap the Voltage logo on things or spam it or whatever, you know, I think that people would kind of like that because it's, you know, the front of the channel. This is a new version of it. If you want it to have like the black background or something like that, we can definitely talk about that or some versions of this. But I just wanted to have a few basic stickers to start with for that to be fun. Right? So if you guys want to check those out, I'll try to give you guys opportunities to be able to use those. I think they might be cool, but it's a little minor thing for the members, right? But what about the Pokemon fans? Obviously, I'm not just talking about this sticker for the Pokemon fans. You have to call me crazy for that. But what I am talking about is a nickname feature. Now, if you guys see, you know, let's go back over to Pokerogue. Just look at how many Pokerogues are on the channel. We have had, starts like back here, 63 videos on challenge runs, 41 on Classic. We're at 104 Pokerogue videos. Another one's probably gone up before this, so it's like 105, with 106 on the way. We've done a ton of Pokerogue. It is just about a fourth of my channel. And then you add on Emerald Legacy, which is 7. The Tier List, which is another 10. Infinite Fusion, which is 3. You also have Rejuvenation, which had a few streams. And then you have, even back here, Fire Red Rocket Edition had 10. And one more, which is Radical Red, I don't know where that playlist is. There it is. Radical Red Soul Link. There's a lot of Pokemon. But I've always told you guys when it comes to the nicknames, you know, I've had only once or twice where I've named nicknames after people on the channel, which happened with this game way back when, because I was just starting. I had like, you know, 1 or 2 people who watched back then, maybe 3, 4, not more than that really. And so I had a couple of nicknames out there for them. And over time, I haven't nicknamed at all in my Pokerogue runs. And then in Emerald Legacy, there's no particular theme behind them and other Pokemon games because I've been waiting for this. So if you're a member of the channel at the very minimum subscription level, this is tier 1, you will be able to pick your favorite Pokemon as long as it's on the list. First come, first serve basis. You'll be able to pick that Pokemon, and every time I use that Pokemon in a game, whether it be Pokerogue or whether it be an actual ROM or ROM hack or even mainstream Pokemon game, we'll definitely be playing those in the future, that Pokemon will be named after you. It'll get your nickname. It belongs to you. You might be wondering, well, Voltage, there's only like 1,000 Pokemon or so. What happens if you pass 1,000? At that point, it'll shift, it'll change, but we're not anywhere close to 1,000 members. So until then, for as long as possible, that Pokemon is reserved specifically for you. But even if that one day changes, the Pokemon nicknames, you having a reward around that will be consistent. Right? So that's the first biggest one. If you're interested, and only if you have the money to spare, do not worry about me. I am not needing the money in any desperate fashion, and I am not trying to get you guys to spend any money past that. But I have had this question asked me before. What about nicknames? What am I doing with nicknames? All that kind of thing. So there's your answer. That's how they'll work. And if no one has a Pokemon reserved, I'll keep nicknaming it the way that I like nicknaming them, or on a theme for a particular run or something like that, right? In the future, there'll probably also be votes, like polls, if you want there to be themed nicknames, whether that be like food or sports related. I just think they can make cool nicknames, or anime related, Dragon Ball related, a number of things like that. That'll be what themes, and then you'll be able to vote with the members and all that kind of thing, right? I'll also be making sure to give you guys appreciations at the end of every video. Every video that has the members in it will be, or every video I do will have the members in it, is what I mean to say. And at the end of the video, I will just tell the members, I'll probably just read them because it will be a very small list for who knows how long. And if it ever does get to the point where I can't exactly read them off every video, I'll definitely show them every video in appreciation and thanks for doing that kind of thing. And that's only in the first. Now, there's still more features to talk about if you're crazy. Now, the way I made it was with 3 tiers and they're YouTube suggested. I just kept the suggestion because I have no experience with them, so I just kept what YouTube suggested being when it came to everything about them, other than throwing in a couple of my own ideas, because I want them to be worth it. I would be shocked if anyone gets the first tier membership, and I am in no way asking for anyone to go higher than that. But if you are insane, let's not say insane, let's start with crazy. If you're crazy, let's talk about tier 2. So here's what YouTube's model is, right? This is what they think. Now, this might seem a little crazy, which it is. For the first one I mentioned, though, also priority reply to comments. I always respond to comments within about 2 days tops. For members, I'll make sure to get back to that within 24 hours. I used to be able to do fully 24 hours, but sometimes it just with classes and the like, it does fall behind a little bit. But never more than 2 days. And then members, it'll be within the first day, within the first 24 hours for sure. Respond, and of course, always responses back. But right now, it's not like I have a mountain of comments, right, that I just can't get to any of them. I do respond to every comment, but yours will always come first, members. That's just a little other bonus. But that's what the Pokemon nicknames are, and that's $3 $3 a month. I hope those are good. YouTube was trippy, but if you guys have any kind of comments, concerns, questions, opinions, I'm always happy to hear them, right? So I was talking about crazy people. Here's the very rare sword. Now, this is early access new videos, member shoutouts, photos, status updates, members only videos. Do not get carried away here. The early access is going to be removed. That's likely not what I'm doing because I do daily uploads, so you're not going to be having to deal with the early access being a thing, and I'll probably just cut that off entirely. I don't plan to do that because as a daily uploader and as one who does games, I do want to keep doing that. Now, I sometimes do double uploads. I don't know if I did this too recently yet. It's really like with, I did do it with this game, I believe. I did it with, no, I actually didn't. I wanted to, but I ended up deciding not to. But it was here. There we go. Elden Ring and Oblivion. No, it wasn't. Elden Ring went up 3 days ago. That's just about to hit 3 days later on in the night. So I haven't done a double upload yet. I thought I did. I missed a day of doing so, I guess, because I can't find it. Oh, no, you're 6. Okay. Shut up, Voltage. Let's focus. Sometimes I'll do that when a new game drops, like Oblivion. I just haven't had the time to play as much as I want to. But when a new game drops, I might do double uploads alongside my normal stuff, or I might make a couple of spares. If I do a double upload, I may potentially have the video go up a day early for those members. If I put that up just early in advance, like the video's done, we'll let it do a day early, and then it'll go up for them, and then go up for everybody else. So that's what I think may happen on occasion, but that's not really a big point of this. Member shoutouts, of course, that happens, around there. So I talked about that a little bit. Status updates, that's just something YouTube writes again. They put that on there. I may edit it to not show that as much, but I really update y'all pretty consistently anyway. But if you want more of that, then thumbs up. And then this is the big one for 7. Members only videos. So for the very rare sword, I wanted to match that. If you really want that and you guys are crazy enough to go for a very rare sword, which I came up with the themes for like RPG related, a little clever Voltage, ignoring that, I will do some bonus videos. So I had a couple ideas of this. Probably one extra video, at least, I'd say at least a couple a month. At least maybe 2 extra videos a month, maybe 4, so somewhere like 2 to 4 tops, I'll do bonuses. So a couple of those ideas I had would be a bonus Pokerogue run. This would be my idea, or a members only suggested one. If I ask the members, hey, what Pokerogue run do you want to see as this month's bonus video? That will go up for you guys as a little bit of an extra, right? Just for fun with the lot of you. And then there's also stuff like card game. I've had times where I could just grind ranked, or where y'all just want to see a video of me playing endless or something like that in Pokerogue. In ranked on card game, I could just be grinding ranked out there. We could have a game I only play with the members, something that you guys request that I only do as a members only series with you guys, right? We can decide on that. So it's going to be a bonus video, but it's going to be up to you guys what videos you want to see. And I'll try and do those, or I will do those for those members. And we'll get as, I'll go between 2 to 4, minimum of 2, and then probably a max of 4 just because I'm uploading daily, right? And then finally, this is ridiculous, right? They built this tier in there themselves, and I said, screw it. I'll leave it there because no one has to buy it, of course, at all. But I was like, well, if they're going to put in something this ridiculous, what on earth is worth it? And they had their own ideas, and so here it is. So for a legendary sword, this is where insane comes in. If you're insane, right? You get to game with me personally. They suggested it for a gaming channel. I thought that'd be cool, right? I've had people ask me about this in Discord, and I never really had a solid way of doing it, and I wanted a way not to seem necessarily fair, but also doable and interesting. So not only do you get to game with me, that gameplay may be featured in a video for if you are comfortable with that, or if not, just some gaming. It likely will be something like that because I do want them to be videos if possible. If you're interested in that, check it out. And it could be fun to do things. I've heard Showdown be a thing, like Pokemon Showdown being a game. Maybe you guys see me play Rivals. Maybe you want to party up in Rivals and do some games. I don't know about like there might be some other Pokemon related things to be done there. But other multiplayer games, you have an interest in them, you see me play it. I know like the Pokemon card game could be a fun one if you want to do some matches on there. Dragon Ball Super card game, obviously, matches on there could be cool videos, right? So anything like that, if you want to game with me and you're absolutely crazy about that, then check out, Legendary Sword, and we will definitely do that. The main thing is for it to be a video, right? But I just thought it'd be a good, that's where they suggested it being, so I said, hey, if you really want to play with me that bad, I don't think I am worth playing with that much, But if you're that crazy, then sure. Social media, I did have the Twitter for a while. I've stopped that. I think we're growing big enough that I might bring it back, honestly, and start doing so. I do have the Discord still as well, where you guys can talk to me on there, here and there in the server. I do have that live. Social media adding, I will give you like a follow back or something like that on Twitter. I may make another social if you want one. I guess Instagram could be a good one too. I'll make a Voltage account for that specifically. I do see some YouTubers with posting on there as well. So whatever it is, you get a follow back and big thumbs up, right? And then challenge or game of choice. Now, if you're a Legendary Sword, this is for Poke Rogue specifically, which are most of the people watching. For Poke Rogue specifically, you can pick a challenge and those challenges will come first. So you guys may know that I have a list and I go off of that list. So every time you guys comment, I put it on the list and I keep working my way through it. Sometimes with enough persistence, you know who you are. When there's enough persistence, Bardock, you will be able to get your run earlier than you are on the list. But with normally being added on the list, because I know a lot of people feel bad about spamming their ideas or anything like that, you're on there and it does come up and I give you a shout out when your comment comes up. I shout you out, we do your challenge in 1 or 2 videos and we have a good time with it. If you're a Legendary Sword, it's only fair I prioritize your ones first. So if you leave a challenge on Legendary Sword, that is going to be probably like the next video. And if I already have a video made or planned, it'll be as soon as possible done. It's the next one. Like no one else is coming before yours. You're getting it done and go from there. Or game of choice, maybe once a month. You can pick a game of choice. I'll probably shout out to all the Legendary Swords to take a vote if there's multiple. That is a big if, man. If there's somehow multiple of you, I'll shoot it out and let you vote. And if you're the only Legendary Sword, which very well could happen, you can shout out a game of choice if you don't want a challenge, if you're not a Poke Rogue fan or you prefer a game of choice, and I'll check it out on the channel and play it and see how it goes. Probably that game of the month, it'll probably be a once a month thing, and if the video does well, it'll be a series for everyone, and if it doesn't do that well, but you guys like it as members, I'll move it into the members-only videos, and we'll keep it going for a little while longer, just for you guys, So, I know a lot of this is crazy. I think it's crazy, and again, please don't feel any expectation to do any of this, okay? You don't need to buy anything. You don't need to be a member at all, but I wanted to give you guys rewards if you're interested in those things, and because it is a feature that YouTube has. So, thank you for your consideration in it, and if any of you are crazy enough to be members, you're insane. And again, by the time you're watching this, this is already live, so look forward to that, right? Look forward to that. Now, that's it for the members talk. That's really everything I want to say about that, but I did say I had 2 announcements, did I not? So, let's go into the second. This one has been something that you guys have asked for a while, and really, the reason I say it for second is because those of you who are still watching are likely the ones who care about this announcement the most. And that has to deal with live streams. So I used to do a bit of live streams. This is when I had just started, way back when. This is how my channel started. I was playing Final Fantasy 16. First thing I ever did was this. Very fun. Had a great time with it. It was great. Then we had the Poke Rogue live stream. I did a few of these for a while. Had some fun with this. About 7 months since. Crazy. And we also had these. So I do realize I kind of need to swap things up a little bit more with these thumbnails, and I will. It's been a long time, crazy enough. But we did Rejuvenation, which is very fun as well. Had a great time. You can see those are long ones too. Rejuvenation is a long game, dude. But it was so much fun. And they stopped. If you don't know why they stopped, or you've joined the channel in less than 6 months and you're wondering if I stream and why I don't stream currently, put it all down to 2 things. Internet issues due to living arrangements. So I do live in an apartment complex, and while I do have a really good internet and have paid for, making it as good as possible, working the settings, all that stuff for a long time, it is still limited by the amount of people who live here. We're all on one thing. Now, there's a very complicated way I could kind of like maybe separate that, but it's just been a pain to deal with, especially as a, you know, full-time college student who's also doing these daily uploads, right? So because of that being a thing, I stopped it because the internet just started one day. Like, it was perfect for a long time. From this one to this one is really perfect. It worked insane. I just got the desktop and I started doing this, and then all of a sudden, boom, it just started tripping. Probably around these two. It started just having weird issues. First, at the end of this video, it started really tripping out. And then sometime in this video, it really started to act up. And there was another one I did where I really saw the issue, and then I had to stop it. I took that mod down, and it never stopped. And I did eventually call it in, and they came out and fixed it, and they were able to see that there was an issue. Something was broken, and multiple buildings in my apartment complex were busted, and they fixed it soon enough. And I have seen an improvement since they fixed it. It's not quite perfect, so I might need them to keep trying to finalize it. And I have a couple other alternatives I can try, but it was better, right? So thumbs up there. With YouTube, though, I've noticed that it can be hit or miss with streaming. Hit or miss, because of the kind of content YouTube wants to push. First and foremost, I'm a video guy. I do videos daily. I like videos as my main thing. I had the choice. I started with streaming, then I did a little bit of videos on the side, couldn't decide it. Then I switched primarily to videos, and I had a better experience doing it that way. And then streaming came back a little bit as kind of a side thing. I do want to primarily do videos, and I don't want streams to mess up the algorithm. Most of my fans are those who watch videos. Most of my viewers, you guys who spend any amount of time with me, you guys are those who watch the videos. And as such, I'm always going to put my #1 energy into the videos. Those are here to stay. Like I said, we're going for a year of daily uploads. We're in April and have still kept it up. And we're going to hope by December 31st, it has been a full straight year of uploading every single day, right? So that's the first thing. Videos are here to stay daily and aren't going anywhere. Only changes you'll see are the loads of content coming through the year and stuff like that. But then why mention live streams, Voltage? Are you here to crush our dreams? We're not getting any lives? Don't worry, I have some for you. This, my friends, is VoltageRPGs on Twitch. Yes, so with this, I have made this account very new, no streams, nothing like that. I did do one earlier just testing the quality and making sure it was right and making sure it's possible. This is the VoltageRPGs Twitch. It's right here. VoltageRPGs, same name. And I do, as you can see here in the bio, I don't know if I can even show this fully. I'll show this later. I guess I can edit it here, right? So I'm just aiming to have fun with you guys, the community who loves live streaming. I had so much fun with you guys when we used to do it, and I want to do it again with all of you. So I'm going to try to do so every Tuesday, or at the very least once a week on a day, just for some casual fun. So I'll leave a link to this in the description down below to the Twitch. Go follow, go join, look forward to that. There will be similar stuff to the YouTube here, including probably the first one will be the Endless stream, finally. It's been waiting for a while. You guys have been asking for this for so long. It's been a very long time. I'm waiting to see me do some Endless on PokeRogue. I have not touched Endless on PokeRogue at all since doing this account because of waiting for the chance to do so with all of you. So we're going to do an Endless stream just to welcome in, go for a while, have a bit of fun. That'll be coming up soon. I'd say turn on notifications for there. I'll announce it before it happens. Might be next week, Tuesday. I might do another thing a little bit earlier, but it is going to be the first PokeRogue. I'd also be happy to do some card game on there as well. I'd be happy to stream an RPG if we find a good one to stream. I will be doing stuff like other Nuzlocke. So this one's with G-Freak. This isn't currently on stream, but maybe games with him on stream. Games of my own on stream, right? Pokemon games. Primarily, this is going to be Pokemon focused, and then we'll branch out. So it's going to be primarily PokeRogue, primarily actual Pokemon games. I want a little bit even more than PokeRogue on there, and then those may end up being videos later. But if you want to see me play through those, and particularly Nuzlocks and the like, check out the Twitch, and we're going to have some fun on there going forward as often as I can do so. But I wanted to give you guys this and announcement now that I'm pretty solidified in that and where I'll be streaming and what's to come. So that's going to be the main hits. I guess there's 3. Daily videos are here to stay. We're going for the whole year with those. It's done me justice so far, and I've had lots of fun with it because there's so many games I want to play. Usually too many for me to play. There's even more I would play if I could. So we're doing that. They're here to stay. Memberships. If you're crazy, go check out a membership. I'll make it worth your while if you are crazy enough for that. That's my goal, to meet you guys there. And like I said, they are live by the time this video is up. Check out the fun stickers. Shout out to my artist again. Love them. So nice. I think it's very fun to have. You know, I never thought I'd be this far. This is only possible because I hit 600 thanks to you guys, and that means so much to me, right? So much to me. It really does. So thank you again, as always. And then finally, the Twitch. The Twitch is live. The Twitch is there. Check it out if you're interested. If you want to come see me live stream, if you want to come hang out. And we'll just be doing that on the side. My main priority is still the channel, which is why the Twitch is just for fun. When I have some time, I'll throw it up. We'll play some games. We'll have a good time. Just chill together. I know that sometimes people even do, like, here, like just chatting streams. Maybe one day you guys just want to talk. Maybe we check out Repo. I have played it. I have had Repo for a while with friends. I did have a video that I didn't end up editing in time to go up, but that's another thing. So there's just so much of the future there, right? And to conclude, thank you guys so much for all this. It's been a fun journey. I know 600 isn't a big deal. YouTube considers 500 to be a milestone, which is why, along with other things, members, super stuff comes on there, the super stickers, merch comes on there. We'll talk about that later on. I do plan to maybe have some like special exclusive merch one of these days, sometime in the near future. That could be cool, you know? But I know also that it may come off like, dude, you only have 60 subscribers. Why are you acting like some big YouTuber with these announcements, stuff like that? And my answer to that is, truthfully, I want to... It's the same way that maybe you've heard the advice, act professional or carry yourself the way you want to reach like the position. I'm messing up the quote, right? But it's that you act the part until you make the part. I think that's a summary of it in my own words. And I want to treat this serious, you know, even if I am small, I'm not monetized. I just do this for fun, but I wouldn't, you know, I want to be the best YouTuber that I can be, you know? And so I treat it seriously. I act as if I'm bigger. I act as if, you know, 1 million people are going to see this, even if it's, you know, 10 who end up watching this little update video. And even if it's 2 that make it to the end. Those 2 people, those 10 people, and if ever one day those 1 million people, they're equally as important to me. They're special to me, and they deserve the best quality that they can get forward. And as such, that's what these videos are for. The best quality, the best version of me, small or not. And just working hard with the aim to one day be bigger. So, in case you're curious about that, that's my answer. This went on for about 30 minutes of updates, so really, if you're here at the end, you're insane. But for any bit that you saw, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, I suppose. Comment your thoughts below. That's really what I'm asking for the most here. Comment your thoughts down below, and I would love to hear your thoughts, hear your opinions on this. You know, what should I change? The preference between YouTube and Patreon, if there is a preference, right? What do you think about the streams on Twitch? Do you like that? Think that's cool? Do you like the stickers? Which sticker's your favorite? You know, things like that. Things like that. I would love to hear. But that's all for me. And for whatever reason, this is your first video seeing me, or if this is kind of like maybe you haven't subscribed and now that you see the update, maybe this is enough to convince you to subscribe, consider subscribing. Join the Voltage crew. Now that we've hit 600, our next goal is 700. So let's see if we can hit that. We did it in a month, which is crazy. So who knows? Maybe we'll hit 700 in a month too. But with that being said, thanks again, guys. I've said thanks like 500 million times. You're all like, shut up, Voltage. So I'm going to do that. Voltage out.